I wrote anything, and I've like, wait, let me check. I've got 8 pages written down on my phone.
Oh,
Holy fuck.
Oh, 8 pages. Oh
Um,
no. Oh no. She's been. Oh no.
nice.
Okay, we're gonna go through this, okay? You see your comp, right? And you see what they are playing. Like, you don't see it yet, but when you're out of spawn, you should realize what they're playing. But what is your plan as a team? What do you think is win condition? What should you be doing? What rotation should you be taking?
The plan that we had was to have Monkey soft dive repeatedly, with me and Pog kind of
This area, right?
to soft dive the high ground, with me and Pog kind of being annoying and sort of throwing damage at the same time. We were working towards a nano boost for the Monkey, pulse bomb, and Echo's ult.
Okay, so you want to build. Who joined? Mira says it. Oh,
Oh, it's
Andy.
Admindian. Oh no.
Hello.
Oh my god, hello.
Well,
So that was the plan that we had.
So, wait, no monkey ult. You said no monkey ult. You said Tracer ult, right?
Yeah,
Tracer.
yeah. Tracer, Echo, and
Okay, so that's the plan that you had. That you soft dive high ground. Or did you want to soft dive it, or do you want to take it from them?
we wanted the plan that we had was to soft dive it to get the ults to try to use them to take it from them.
Well,
And then
Okay.
take the fight from them.
wait. Actually, what we said was if they weren't on top of high ground, we would take high ground, and if
Yeah.
they were there, then we would soft dive.
I missed that. But yeah.
Okay, that's the opposite that you would want to do.
Oh.
If they are on high ground, you want to soft dive it to build nano because they won't drop. And if you dive alone, your tracer can't help you on this high ground. Your tracer is completely useless. If she goes up here, she's throwing against the Mei. Like, she can't. If she goes around here, same case. So your tracer can't do anything. Your Echo can spam them out, which is right, and your Monkey can dive and try and force them off. But they will have a lot more damage than you guys have, okay? So what the plan is that if they are on high, you soft dive it until you've got Nano up, until you've got Echo ult up, for example, if you have Monkey ult up. So you're building towards these ultimates when they are set on high, okay? When they are up here. If they are not up here, your monkeys, like if there's only a Torbjorn and a Baptiste, your monkey dives and stays on high. You take the high ground from them. They are giving it to you. As soon as your monkey is diving in, and if the enemy team is playing back on point, like here with the Rein Shield, then your Anna and your Zari rotate high. So you've got everyone on high. That needs to happen as quick as your monkey jumps in if they are not playing close. Your tracer goes under and around here. If she, I'm gonna make this clearer. If she wants to go that way, or she can also go, let's do it like this. She can also go around here. Where's the entrance? Here. Yeah. Around here into here. There are 2 ways for a tracer to rotate here. She's never going onto this high ground. That's a throw. The main thing that you want to do on double bubble in this map is taking this high ground from the enemy team. You need to have your Anna and your Zarya up here. Yeah, so win condition, you had a general plan and a win condition, what you wanted to do, right? So we gonna see what actually happens. So Yak is doing the right thing. Yak is the scout in this comp that you're playing. The Yak can scout what the enemy team is playing and where they are playing. As well as your Echo is supposed to destroy the turret, not the Tracer, not the Monkey, not anyone else. The Echo is the one destroying the turret. That turret is completely useless there. Like, it can be destroyed so easily. There's no point for the turret to be there. As well as D.Va shouldn't be there, but we're not talking about the enemy team. So she can fly up here onto this roof, oopsie, and shoot the turret and just kill it. So your Anna and Zari can rotate free if they are not playing close, as I said. So let's see what you're actually doing. You realize what comp they're playing. You also realize like they are very, very split. The Ryan's very close up. The Chorb's on high, who's an easy target to kill. The rest of the team is very far back. They could technically speed on you guys, which they don't decide to do. So you take high from them, okay? Here. Torb is off. They are still very split. The Torb is off. The D.Va's dropping down in a second as well. Your Monkey, for some reason, then drops down and gives them the high ground back that he just took from them. As soon as this happened, as soon as your Monkey pushed down the Torb, that moment, your Zarya should go up here. Your Anna should be going up here. Your Echo can still... Your Echo doesn't need to rotate. Your Echo can stay like on this roof and spam them out, can stay on main and spam them out. You need to take different angles on double bubble. That's how you win fights. You need to take as many angles as possible to pincer them in between of you guys, okay?
Mhm.
So your Tracer should be on the Baptiste from either this side or, as I said, from down here, if you can see that. So he's distracted. The D.Va should turn around and help him. So two people would be distracted by your Tracer if she's in position. Obviously, you need to talk to each other when your Tracer's in position. The key to double bubble is to go in the right moment. If you dive in too early and your Tracer's in a position, no one will die from the enemy team. If you dive in and your Tracer and your Monkey are in position, then your Echo also needs to be in position. You always need to say, are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, dive. If you don't do that, then you lose fights. You lose one fight sometimes even if you don't do that. So first mistake was that you took high, you had this, but you just gave it back to them. You are all staying main without any clue of what you're doing, not rotating, not doing anything. You're not building up Nano. You're not building up Monkey, or you're not like Echo maybe because she's spamming out, but nothing. If you would want to build up Nano without taking high or anything, then you play in the open area as a Monkey and just feed. But it's very dangerous to do that because they are playing Brawl. They will go onto your Monkey, wall him and try and kill him. Normally the Monkey could get out, but that's not what we want to do. It could be done like this, but it's honestly not great. Then for some reason Tracer Monkey are on the turret. And another thing, Tracer shouldn't go up here. Like, they have... Like, I don't understand what the enemy team is doing. Like, they have Mei. They have a Mei. So why are you all going into a choke area where she can wall it fully off when you don't have a speed boost? Like, she will kill that one person that goes through it. Because you can't go in as a team. You can't go in a lot. Like, you will get walled. Technically, if they are on high. But you gave them so much time that they are back on high, half of the team. You are still stuck on main, still not building any ultimates. Like, I don't really understand it.
So, as a team, we're just playing too slow in general.
Yeah, you're playing
is the biggest problem.
way too slow. Like, when you see that the high grounds, like, you can easily rotate. When your Monkey dives in, your Anna can rotate here. She can heal the Monkey here. She can heal him from there. You have sight lines. So you can just rotate high. The Monkey, the Echo, forces off the people from the high ground. Your Tracer goes around and distracts them from behind or from here. Like, you have so many angles that you can shoot right now, and you're just not using them at all. Like, you need to rotate as soon as you see... Okay, there are only 2 people on high. The Mei isn't on high. The Ryan isn't on high. Like, the Lucio can be easily high, and the Baptiste as well. But Ryan and Mei take ages to rotate high. So you have free high ground. And your Anna has 3 sight lines if she's on high. So it's very easy for you guys to win that fight.
Okay.
So then you decide to finally rotate, but like Tracer's on high, fighting alone, like shouldn't be here, out of position. Your monkey dives in onto high, which is perfect. Your Anna's here. Your Zarya's still on main. Split. Those two play together. Important. If you have picks, the Zarya can go in and be more aggressive. If she's high charge, she can go in and be more aggressive. If they don't have flankers that can kill your Anna, she can go in and be more aggressive. But on low ground, she's completely useless right now, except bubbling the monkey when he goes in. You're not taking any space. You're expecting your Tracer and your monkey to do everything, and your Echo trying to spam them out. But the rest of the team is useless at the moment, in my opinion. Then you get into a narrow space. Your monkey dies, which is partly his fault, partly your Anna's fault, partly your Zarya's fault. But again, when we pause, now your Zarya's on high and your Anna's on main. Yeah, just weird rotations where I can see that you guys are struggling with what to do, what rotation should be taking, what you guys should be doing, I guess. So you're down 2, you should definitely back off. Like your monkey's dead, your Tracer's dead. It's a lost team fight. So it's lost, get out. Any questions so far?
I think so.
Okay, what do you do after a lost team fight? Just to recap it.
Ult tracking and planning what to do in the next fight.
Yes. Good. So you're 52, Nano 52, Echo 52, Monkey. Yeah. So it should probably still be the same, that you built up Nano, Echo, or Monkey ult, and then hard dive, get everyone into position, take the high ground from them, okay? Then you do a very, very questionable, one sec. I need to scroll down. Okay. You have a very questionable rotation next fight. Like you'll get out, you res monkey, it's all okay. You'll get out. Your Tracer's almost back. Let's see. If I remember this correctly, that's the fight. That you mess up? Am I being dumb? No, I think I'm right. So this time your Tracer actually takes the rotation. So she is partly in position to go onto the support line from back here. So now you just need to wait till your monkey has jumped back, till your Zarya has bubble back, and then you go and actually kill someone. But
So this next dive should be a hard dive because we're really close to them.
yeah, like at the moment, as far as I can see, your Tracer's in position, your Echo isn't in position, your Anna won't be in position if your monkey hard dives onto point. Neither will your Zarya. Your Zarya should be here, your Echo should be up here, your Tracer should be, yeah, she's fine. Your Anna should be also here around the car, so she has sightlines, right? So you're not really in position for a hard dive.
Right, I see.
So they waste wall, which is good. Like they play very split. Like they are partly throwing, as well as the turret is completely useless. Also, this turret, if you ever play Torb on this map, I'm not suggesting to play him on this map, but if you ever play him, put the turret back here. Somewhere around here. I need to ask my friend. I'm never played Torb. But like his turret is not doing shit. Like it's useless. But yeah, if you see a nano is ready, your monkey ult is basically ready. If he gets nanoed and dives in, he has his ultimate. Your Echo is like one sticky off, basically, like a good one and like normal shots. So you have a lot of ultimates. The call should be get into position for a dive onto the Baptiste. Your Tracer for some reason backed off. She's not in position. Neither is she. And they are walled at the moment. So it's a bad moment at the moment. But generally speaking...
There were 2 people going after the Tracer, I think. Right now.
What do you mean?
I think there were 2 people chasing the Tracer. That's why she's backing off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, because he took too long. Your Tracer showed herself way too quickly. Like, she was here. Someone heard her. So she got forced out, which is fine. But partly her fault. Plus your monkey dived in. It's just like your Tracer was in the right position, showed herself too early, and got forced out. As well as Torb was throwing because he shouldn't be chasing her, but Tracer should be winning that 1v1 as well. Then, like, look at this. What did I say about double bubble?
That we should be on high ground, not all on low.
I mean, yeah, that's also a thing, but mainly you should be taking different angles.
Oh,
You're all shooting from the same direction at the moment, except your Anna, but she doesn't. She should, like, at the moment she should be damaging, which is true, but she doesn't do a lot of damage, especially against the D.Va and the Rein. But everyone's on the same angle at the moment. It's just, like, not good, because they can just focus on one area. Then you hard dive the moment your Anna gets picked, your Mercy gets picked off. So you're down one. You amp up your monkey with ultimate while your Tracer and your Echo are not really in position, if you look at this. So your Echo's up here, we just switch the circle, and your Tracer's down here. Echo can follow up a bit, but she's not in the perfect position. Plus, she doesn't have a Mercy pocket, so she doesn't have full potential. Your monkey is, meanwhile, on point nanoed alone, while your Anna is partly in position, and everyone else is nowhere to be in position to help your monkey, which is why you lose the team fight. You're down one. You're diving on your own as a monkey, and kind of throwing that. When we look at this, okay, we look at the target focus that you're doing. You could still win this fight because you can position yourself easily. Your Tracer is still out of fight. Your Tracer is still useless. Your Echo, I think, isn't sure if you're fighting or if you're if you're actually taking the fight, or if you're not committing because she's way too far back.
I was being super sad because we lost the Mercy.
Yeah. So, like, it's not clear what you're doing. Your monkey's in. The rest of the team, the Zarya needs to be careful about this positioning. Your Tracer's not in position. Your Echo isn't in position. Like, it's a 3v6 at the moment. And then your monkey gets frozen. He needs to ult, which is fine. He's on the Baptiste. He is on the Baptiste. Meanwhile, everyone else is on the Rein D.Va because the monkey's booping, like, mainly the monkey's booping the Baptiste away. Secondly, because no one's in position to follow up with the call that's been probably made by the monkey that the Baptiste is the target, but since no one's in position, there's no follow-up. So, who was the target? What the fuck? Okay. Who was the target? The Baptiste or the D.Va or the Rein? Because I can't tell by watching you guys.
I'm pretty sure Andean was yelling for Baptiste. And then I think because I saw all of us fighting the front line while he was pooping them away, I think I was calling over him to focus the D.Va.
Yeah, so...
I think that's what was happening.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it. Because if you use Primal on a monkey, you should be booping the Baptiste into your team and not away from it, which is obvious. But if you can't follow up the target, then you choose a different one. Then he needs to realize that no one can follow up the target and yells the other one. You need to let him know that you can't follow up. But mainly it's the planning is not been made because no one's in the position to follow up with the Baptiste. Normally the Baptiste should be the target and not someone else calling over your target caller. Yazaria is too deep. Like again, he's still on the Baptiste somewhere back here. The Zarya is still focusing now on the Reinhardt. I think the Echo is still shooting the Diva. Trace is still useless. As harsh as it sounds, but communication is non-existent when I watch this. Like I wasn't in the VC. I know you played with a ringer who took over target calling, but this looks a bit scuffed. Yuzari overextends and gets walled, gets killed. Yeah. If you had a clean fight, you could have won that by focusing the Baptiste and the Diva, for example, or whoever. Like if Mei uses ice or something, then that's okay. But you just simply mess it up because of wrong engage at the wrong moment without anyone being in position, plus target call that can't be followed up because of not being in position.
Right, okay.
So you lose your Diva, they lose their Baptiste, and I mean you lose your Zarya, sorry. You need to think about, is it winnable, is it not? Since you are down 2 now, while they are down 1. I would say it's a lost fight. Now your monkey's dead, now it's definitely a lost fight. Die on point, die quick. For some reason you invest a sticky after 3 people are down, or after 4 people are down even. I do not understand at all. Your Tracer dies as well, your Mercy gets out. Any questions?
I don't have any. I think if I'm looking at just myself, my biggest issue is that the fight we were ready to hard engage, I was in the completely wrong position.
Yeah.
So I was off on the left hand side, and it got faded killed as well.
Yeah. Like, be aware when you want to engage. Be aware where you are and what you can follow up. Like your target caller, your shot caller know that you're ready now, or if you're not ready. It's just like simple Overwatch understanding that he doesn't dive if you say I can't follow up with stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, one sec. Okay, that's useless. After fight, all tracking. At this point of all tracking, they use Torbolt. They use Beat, so they will definitely have the rest of them. Beat is one of the slowest ultimates if the Lucio is not a Reddit Lucio and isn't playing it great. And if the Baptiste, like depending on how you play it, Beat should be built last or Diva Bomb. But so you should go, okay, they have definitely got Shadow and Window. They might be close to Diva and Mei. So your brain should go, yo, we have nothing to engage at the moment except Echo and maybe a Zarya ult. But a Zarya ult needs to be set up because of them having a Diva. So what do? You do not push top left in what you guys are playing when they have a Mei and a Mei ult and a Shatter. Gonna get fucked. Plus, this pick is horrible. I do not hate the Echo because the Echo is very, very strong. But the Mercy is completely useless in this comp.
But when we swap to the
Yeah, like the thing is, Valk is not strong enough on it. Like it's not a strong ultimate. It can be, but Brawl versus Brawl, it's not. If you play Brawl versus Brawl, then you need to have the Lucio. Lucio's important as fuck. Because what do you do if they speed onto you guys? Nothing.
Right, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, if they use mail, you have amp up. Your rotations are way too slow if you don't have a Lucio. You're gonna see how long it takes you guys to get from main up here. It takes you ages. With a Lucio, it wouldn't be the problem. Plus, you waste a lot of abilities, a lot of shield when you're rotating. It's not worth it to keep the Valk up. As well as the only reason why you still have the Echo is definitely because of the ultimate. And for the ultimate, you don't need the Mercy Pocket. Mercy Pocket is obviously there for the Echo to get max potential out. But if she doesn't have... if she's just using ultimate and then probably swapping, then also swap the Mercy right in the beginning when you go Brawl.
Right, okay. I think we just got caught up in the idea of having another ult for this fight instead of giving it away.
Yeah, I understand the thought process behind having 3 ults instead of 2, but Valk is just not strong enough in Brawl versus Brawl. So wrong rotation. They have Shatter and Mail. You're going into a narrow space against those ultimates. You do not have the advantage. So
should we just be going straight at them?
Straight at them. You play it like they want you guys to play it slow because they have Torb, which is more of a spam brawl because it's like having a Hanzo Kree, for example, instead of the Mei Torb. You play it a bit slower than usual brawls, but because of you guys having Mercy Echo, you have a lot of spam as well, so you can just hold shield for like 2 seconds and then just hard engage onto them with Valk, with dupe onto Reinhardt. If needed, you can use the grab. But honestly, if you Valk for an engage or if you dupe the enemy Rein, then you will win that fight. They don't have beat, they have a window, but honestly, no Diamond, Baptiste, or barely anyone uses window just to heal, which is basically a passive ultimate if you use it right. But you need to understand, they've got more ultimates at this point. They have the advantage. If you go up top left onto the high ground, they're gonna mail you, they're gonna diva bomb you in that space, they're gonna shatter you in that space, they're gonna window you as soon as you go up the staircase. You don't have the advantage. They have Maywall as well. You don't have a speed boost. Like if you walk through a choke, like this is a choke, okay? Yeah. When you walk through it, they will wall you. If you have a Lucio, you have at least a chance to get everyone through it with 3-2-1 speed boost and then everyone walks, but you don't have that. You don't have any advantages if you go top. If you go main, you can echo spam, wait till you have Mercy ult, then try to get the dupe onto their Rein, and then double Rein. Easy win. And if needed, then you can say, you shatter them with the echo. If no one gets blocked, like if it gets blocked, happens, then you still focus at Ryan because your echo can definitely get a second ultimate. Then if that's not working, then you can target the diva, so your Zarya gets a big grab off, like easy win fight. Instead you go top and
so this fight just comes down to a bad rotation again.
Yeah, bad rotation.
Okay.
Wrong rotation. Like, it's a good rotation in general if they wouldn't have had those ultimates. You need to understand that. It would be a good rotation if you would have had a Lucio and if you would have had your Mei yourself, and if they wouldn't have had Mei or Shatter. It's okay to go up there, but it's not okay when they have those ultimates up. It always depends on what they have, where you rotate to, but it's like very... Like, this takes so long. Like, more than 10 seconds? more than that, and then your Ryan just gets caught off and he gets like a 5-man shatter. And then they use a male after that, which is big for you guys because you wasted a ultimate, a very, very, very strong one as well. So it happens that a shatter gets through, like, no one's perfect. But yeah, even if your Ryan would have blocked that shatter, the male would have been going through and you would have died, no matter what. So let's take a look. You swap your comp to a proper brawl. They have got 2 ultimates up. They maybe can build up a shatter during a fight. So can you guys, though. What rotation should you be taking? Do you think?
I think. Whoever else is going to talk, if you still want to go.
No, I was just thinking.
Oh, okay. I think because they've still got bomb and window, we shouldn't go up the stairs again. So we should be going towards them through main.
Yeah, you can speed boost under here, which they will probably drop on. So you will be playing this corner. I wouldn't technically speed boost this way, like this area. I wouldn't speed boost. I would keep amp up in case they drop down, so you can speed boost into them and wall them. But you can also, it's not completely wrong to rotate high. It's still dangerous because of their May finally being on high plus window. But you can wall yourself out if I'm not completely dumb. And then speed boost amp onto them, which is a possibility. So you can take main, you can take high. It doesn't matter at this point because they have not that many scary ults anymore. Window is scary, but you should be fine. So rotation, whatever that was way too slow. I want to go back actually and see if you amped, because I don't think so. But like, you're taking ages. Like before, when you're in spawn, when you're in dad or walking back from spawn, you can go all track and then instantly go, yeah, rotate top left. You didn't amp. Very wrong to do. They could have windowed you. You do not have a diva. They could have windowed you from up here. And they had like all of these sidelines. Okay. And would have easily killed you if you didn't. Like, every team who has a decent Baptiste player would be like, yo, they're taking way too long. Boom, window, boom, dead without a diva. Which they didn't do, which was their fault. Plus, they instantly dropped down for 0 reason. Like, they were just holding you guys on high, but then they decided, yo, let's drop down. Wrong of them. They should have ruled you and killed you, but... Well, you took high, which is great. You have high ground. Plus, they wasted an ultimate. They wasted window on high, even though everyone's dropped. So you just go past it. When you see a window like this, it's useless. So you go past it. So wasted ultimate, 1 high ground without investing anything, except like bubbles or something like that. Fire strike, which aren't like important abilities. Bubble can be. Is coming back like way quicker. So then, what's the plan? What are you gonna do? Dropping down, speeding onto them, walling them. Instead, Nikki, I don't know, but
I walked it backwards and fell down because I forgot, that the thing wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, happens.
I'll be right back. I just need to
Yeah. You should definitely, when Nikki's already on low, you should have definitely given the call, let's speed amp onto them and kill them. Invest grav, focus the diva, focus just melt her down, freeze her, whatever, wall her off, which isn't great, but wall her off or whatever, and then use that grab and win that fight. Easy win. But instead you do something like I can't explain it. So you also get like a very, very decent pick. You're up 1, and then the weird shit happens. Your Mei and your we go back. Your Mei and your Zarya on main, while the rest of the team is chilling on high. Misunderstanding of what is going to happen.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna go through there? Then your Mei and your Zarya, your Mei and your Zarya are gonna be cut off on main. You are playing Brawl. Brawl means unit. Brawl means playing as a team, playing together, stacked onto each other, focusing one target, speeding onto someone, getting a wall, getting a big bubble off, getting a fat fire strike off, getting fat like Ryan things off, whatever they are called, hammer thing.
Shatter.
Yeah, Shatter. I mean, he doesn't have Shatter.
Oh, you mean cleave?
Yeah, I just meant swings. Swings, that's the word. I was like,
I don't know what happened. I called that I fell down
Mm-hmm.
and that people should come down. But
Yeah.
I thought and the end
I
like
think you got booped
no.
by the Lucia.
No.
River got booped. River got booped
I
down,
got booped.
but
Oh yeah, Nikki fell down, then
I
River
just
got
fell
booped.
down, yeah.
yeah,
I
like
called that I fell down, but no one joined me except River who got booped down there.
yeah, like you're just playing split, so it's partly the target caller's fault, partly everyone's fault, because everyone has brain cells. Everyone knows that we're playing Brawl, we are split at the moment. Group up, like as a Baptiste player, for example, I would say stack on your Rhine, and then your Zarya should go like, I can't come down, and then everyone should drop. Like it's like you just need like one person to say it so everyone realizes it, and whoever notices it needs to make them realize that something is going wrong right now. And in my opinion, you lose that fight because you're playing way too split. So if you see this, your Kree is somewhat flanking, which is fine. No, wait, that's not your Kree. Who is that? Wait. We need to check out who that is. Is that your Baptiste? Baptiste and Lucia up here. So nowhere in position to heal anyone, to speed boost anyone, except your Rhine. Rhine not in position. Your Kree is okay up here. Those are okay if your Rhine would be down here, as well as Baptiste should be either up here or down here. Lucia should be also with your Kree up here or whatever. But you need to stack together. You're not playing together at the moment. And then you get a wall and a grab off, which is, I want to show you this on the D.Va's perspective. This Grav should have been eaten, but she just like didn't have Matrix up that moment. But you didn't force out Matrix, you didn't force out Frieza, you didn't do anything to her, so it would have been a free Grav if if the D.Va would have been better. So now you're kind of finally stacked. Your Baptiste is still alone, out of position. So you can't heal anyone up there. Plus, they could have easily just like killed you. So again, misunderstanding what was going on, misunderstanding in comms, not understanding what you're playing right now and what you're supposed to do, maybe.
I think it was just because after me and Nikki fell, I think both me and Nikki said that we fell. But then the other 4 went down through that tunnel and then eventually realized that we weren't there. And then they came back. And I think Guy's the only one who stayed there because, I mean, he was being called in about 3 different directions.
Yeah. Yeah, you just need to stick together more on Brawl. Have one target going on, staying as a unit on Brawl is the key to win fights, and you're not doing that. The only person that's allowed to go on flanks is Kree. Everyone else needs to stick together.
I'll be right back. Quick.
Yeah, like your Kree can go on flanks where he's safe, and And usually their Kree should be in position to not let him go on those flanks, or their diva or your diva's helping the Kree. That's the only allow, like, I allow this, but nothing else. If I see a Baptiste in the backline, I yell at you. If I see a May in the backline, I will not like it. If your Lucio is going to a 2 or 1v1 against a DPS or a tank, I'm not gonna like it, because that's just not how it's played. It's not a comp game, it's a scrim, and scrims usually have comps. Like in comp, you can't force someone on brawl because people are not confident on what they're playing. If they, for example, are off tank mains, and then you need to go Rhine suddenly. Like, I understand it, but in scrims, you are on the heroes that you're usually good at. So you should know where to position yourself. Diva throws away a bomb that doesn't hit anything, and then you're like all over the place. Like, if we go up, your Rhine is here, your Baptiste is here, Izara is here, and the rest of the team is here. What is the target? Probably that person. Lucio, I think? Yeah, Lucio. He probably dies, but the rest of the team is exposed to 4 of their players. It's 3.5 because of Baby Diva. But you're playing, again, 2 split, not playing together, not having the core speed boost onto Rhine. You're playing it as if you're playing 1v6, each of you. No one's playing as a team. You focus this target. Your Rhine should realize that the rest of the team is still on point. Your Baptiste is actually at the staircase. He's not with the Rhine. Which is also bad, because he should have finally realized that he can't heal anyone. You're playing 1v enemies, like you just 1v1ing or 1v5ing or 1v4ing, but like you're not playing as a team, you're not playing as a unit. If you play comps like, I won't give an example, but certain comps you can play 2v4, for example, but not on Brawl. On Brawl, you're playing as a team. So you're up 2 right now, because you killed the Torb, you killed the Diva, and then everything falls apart because of your Rhine out of position, your Bup out of position, and they get picks. They killed your Rhine, which is very bad for you guys. Your Zarya is 1 HP, so she needs to back off. Your Kree is very out of position, and your Baptiste is gonna get forced off in a second. Now you're down. You're even though the Torb is coming back, so you're down 1, because of poor target calling and poor, how's it called? Poor understanding of how to play the comp, I guess. You have 12 seconds. You technically can back off, but your Kree is basically dead if you do that. Either you back off, let your Kree die, you play on that corner and let it keep your Kree up. If you back off, you need to have that speed boost up so you can touch point. It's basically a lost fight at this point, because of you just not playing well. Which you also do lose. As I said, your Kree's dead, and then everyone else dies as well, because of just like people are being out of position again, people not knowing what to do. Because like, if you look at this, okay, your Rhine's coming back, which is great. Your Lucio tries and help your Kree dies. You're not playing a corner, you're not playing anywhere, you're playing in the middle of the open, getting killed by 5 of their players. You can't win that. Your May is way far back, you're not speeding onto them, you're just letting them walk onto you guys. They are playing, as I said, a bit more of a spam comp. They have the Torb. So you're doing them, like, you're helping them by playing slow, by not speeding onto them. So the Torb can force or like spam you guys out, if that makes sense. Instead, you should be full on going on them. It's like having like a Pharah Mercy. You need to ignore that turret, I would say, and just like kill the Rein. But you just like let them walk onto you guys, you let them waste your resources, you let them just spam you out, which is just not good. So yeah, I think you lose that. Your Rein dies, and your Lucio dies, and then your Mei dies, I think. And then your Baptiste dies. Like, it was probably, I would have personally, on attack, first point, I would play Brawl. On second, you can play Brawl, but you could also go double bubble. Second is like very hard to take if the enemy team knows how to play the map, because a lot of teams don't know how to play the map. But you can play Brawl, you can play double bubble. Brawl is very strong on first point as well as third point. Third point, I would never go anything else than Brawl. Double bubble sucks on that, as well as double shield or spam with a ball. Yeah. Whoops. Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. One second. Okay. A recap of double bubble. You play different angles for different angles, wait for everyone to be in position, build up Nano or Monkey or Echo. Take as many angles possible, try and fight them in open spaces. Okay?
Okay.
And Brawl speed boost onto a target, give them like kill them, wall them, eat the healing as a diva, for example. Take the right rotations depending on what ultimates they've got. Taking the shortest rotations on certain maps because of them playing, for example, spam, then obviously you need to play the shortest rotation, so you can't get killed, picked off, waste all of your resources while rotating. Yeah. Defense. I'm just skipping. It's a bit long to skip. Okay. You're playing a spam comp. Double shield, Mercy, Echo, Baptiste. Mercy, Echo needs to stay together. They have an Echo. They do not have a Mercy though. Your Echo can take those duels in the air, the 1v2s, because she will win that. If she doesn't get discorded, which she shouldn't be getting, then your Echo can win and needs to win those fights against their Echo. That's the first point. Second point, you are taking one angle while you could be taking multiple. Your Orisa and your Ashe are here. Orisa, Ashe. Okay, I can't relieve that. Orisa, Ashe up here. 2 people. Your Echo is up in the sky with your Mercy connected. Your Ashe can jump down from high, couch gun up here. She's safe. Your Orisa has shift. She can just drop down onto point and shift if they push her. If they play Brawl, if they play Monkey, the Orisa with shift should be fine. Your Sig stays back here with the Baptiste. Okay, because the Baptiste is not safe up here. You need to take as many angles as possible. I know the Sigma is completely useless back here because he can't shoot anything, but at one point they want to push point. And if you are up here and drop down onto main, then you're exposed, and Sigma won't survive that. And Orisa will. Current Orisa will survive it. Back in the day, you would have let Sigma be on top left and your Orisa on the other side. But at the moment, Orisa shift OP as fuck. You let her be on that. So you do not taking angles. That's the first mistake. You're all on high. Plus, in my opinion, they are having the better spam comp than you guys. They have Hanzo, who has incredible burst against shields. They have Echo, who's extremely strong if she doesn't get forced out, and a Zenyatta, and nades, and Monkey who dives in with a bubble. They are countering you if you stay as a unit. Your key kind of is to hold this high ground as long as possible from them, which forces them to do other things, for example, dive, or trying to dive the Sigma and the Baptiste back here if you would have been set up properly, which you kind of aren't. Then, yeah, we actually watch what happens. I think I skipped too far, no. So Yako knows what they're playing, because she scouted, or should have at least scouted, I don't know if she did. So you're like, okay, they will dive high ground. What can we do to not let them dive high ground? They will probably bubble the Monkey as soon as he jumps, so you can pull him right afterwards and rock him and then burst him down with stickies, with Baptiste, with Ash headshot, for example.
This is the Monkey as he goes in. Is this the Monkey as he dives in? Sorry.
Yeah, the Monkey should be diving in with bubble. You should know that the bubble should be getting placed. So you know a bubble either can break very quickly or will disappear after time. If the Monkey is not low ground yet, when the bubble is down, then you pull and rock him, and then he's dead.
So as Echo, I get confused about this. So should I be spending my time against their Echo until the bubble's destroyed, and then when the bubble's destroyed, we do the pull rock destroy?
Yeah, you should.
Right,
depending on where the Echo is, obviously. Like if the Monkey's diving in and the Echo is not in position, then you don't need to force her out. If she's in position and tries to go into your teeth, tries to do anything related to forcing out your team, then you need to be on her.
Okay.
Like as soon as she peeks this roof, you need to be on her, because she would, like, she can peek main, which she will be doing, I think, because you're all playing in their sight lane. Like they can see all of you and you're exposed to all of them. So like, yeah, it's not well played. As I said, you need to take more angles again. Then your Baptiste gets untied. You should have lumped yourself. You have it up, and you need to use it. Then your Mercy, for some reason, insta-reses and flies out of res. Your Mercy should be thinking, if your Baptiste is dead, they're gonna full dive onto you guys, and they will definitely burst down your tanks because of them having a spam comp. So the Mercy shouldn't be insta-resing. She should be checking out what the enemy team is doing. Which is unfortunate, and then everyone just dies because no heals. Like, your Baptiste died instantly. Your Mercy flies out of res and doesn't heal anyone, so your Orisa's dead, and then your Sigma dies, and the rest of the team dies as well. Yeah. Wouldn't have happened if you would have played more angles, because you wouldn't have been all in the same position. Your Baptiste wouldn't have died because it's a lot harder to force them out from coffee shop or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So is it always correct to take more angles, or is there ever a time where we just stack up there as a group?
On a Bull Sigma comp, for example, with a Zen, you take multiple angles. On double shield spam, you take multiple angles, and double sniper, you take multiple angles. No matter what they are playing. If they play spam, you need to take different angles. If they play
Brawl.
double, bubble, brawl, everything. Like,
Right, okay.
Because if they play Brawl and you play together, they can just walk one person off and kill that. Brawl is very hard to play. Like, Brawl will it depends on the map, but Brawl should be winning fights if they play it correctly against spam, in my opinion. It's very, like, depending on sightlines. Like, for example, if you go Junkertown, Brawl, you're gonna lose because the sightlines are way too long. If you play Brawl into this, they will win you over you guys because they will just rush you down. The spaces,
rotations.
Yeah, short
Okay.
rotations. It depends on the map. I very dislike your guys' decision on the comp.
We were part of the scrim yesterday was just to be trying different comps to see if we could to see if we could make a comp that works, but B, just to like try different strategies and shift from strategy to strategy and actually like play it with a different mindset.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I would have chosen a different map for that.
I think this was
just-
I think this was their choice, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. You, by the way, if you want to practice certain comps on certain maps and they have like already picked a high, like for example, you go through, you have Lijiang, then you play Kings Row, then you play Junkertown, and then you want Hollywood, like you really wanted to try and play Hollywood, then you choose Hollywood, even though 2CP would be next. You can do that in a scrim. Yeah, that first fight is just both supports are dead. Or like, not dead, she's not dead, but she rezzed and couldn't heal.
Yeah, they effectively did.
Yeah, it was just not very well played. And then obviously you die, like, there's no way you can win those fights. So when we look up here, I'm gonna mute the fucking sound. Okay. When you look at this, you have two main high grounds. As double bubble, they will be trying to take it from you guys, okay? You set up one of the shields here, one of the shields here. And then you just spam them out. You do not give them high ground. You do not let them get this high ground, because then you're dead. Because, as I said, they have the better spam comp, especially after you swap to double sniper for zero reason. In high elo, the echo of their team wouldn't be getting any value anymore if you go double sniper, but then you have got the wrong tanks. You swap the Orisa to a Ball, and you swap the Mercy to a Zen. So Zen Ball, that's an O, I'm dumb. Whoops. Okay.
So if we wanted to run double sniper, we'd have to also change you can't run double shield, double sniper.
You can on certain maps. You can on Junkertown. You can, depending on what you do, but you play it very, very differently, and it's a lot easier to play double sniper with a Ball and a Sigma.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, like you have Widow and you have a Hanzo. The Hanzo needs to get pocketed by the Mercy because he has more potential than the Widow, obviously. But I just simply don't understand why you went double sniper. I would want to know why you wanted to try that.
We just thought that double sniper would work well on the second point with the high grounds and being able to hold against the Echo in particular with Widow.
Yeah. I mean, you had Ash Mercy before that. So, and Echo Mercy. As I said, you had two counters already, with a Mercy helping both of them, if the Mercy knows how to pocket two people at the same time. But you could have run that comp that you did before. You just need to keep those high grounds. But like, if you would have kept, like, even if you swapped it, let's say as it is, you swap the comp. You all 6 stack up here, giving them the high ground, this high ground for free, giving the Zen, the Hanzo, the Anna, and the Zarya free space to spam you guys out. They will have more spam than you guys, they will survive against you guys if your DPS don't pop off. You need to have those high grounds under control. They're essential. It's very important to have both of them controlled. If you would play Brawl, you can just stay up here if the payload hasn't been pushed further than like this. If the payload hasn't been further than that, then you can stay on this high ground. If not, then you rotate. But you need to keep both high grounds controlled if you play a spam comp, if you play a sniper comp, if you play anything related to spam. For example, if you play double bubble, then your monkey can stay up here. Your tracer should be somewhere either main or back here in LS of the Ana. Your Zarya and your Ana are here in LS of the monkey, and your Echo Mercy should be like flying in the sky. That's like somewhere. This is like not right positioning, but that makes it clearer to be in the sky. You need to control this high ground because the only way they can get up is by that elevator, right? You're not doing that. You're giving them, when we watch it, you're giving them like free space. Like in the beginning, I think the thought was there to stay left side, but you're a bit confused about where actually to position yourself. Like you all died very, very, very early in the fight, and they haven't even captured point, and the doors haven't opened yet. So you had enough time to position yourself correctly in this one, and to keep the Orisa and Hanzo and Mercy up here, and the Baptiste and the Sigma and the Widow back here. The Baptiste technically can stay with the Orisa, which I would suggest to do. But he can also stay back if it's a cancer to play split as a Baptiste, but like I would stay with the Orisa.
I think what happened actually is that Paul called for me to like go over to him and take the off angle with him, and I think Andean understood it as he should also be there, which wasn't like the plan, but that's what he ended up doing.
Yeah, like as I said, multiple angles are very, very important, especially keeping that high ground from the enemy team on the left. Yeah, which you don't do, which is actually like, it's not like I think they're just playing it really poorly, but if we skip, we don't like, because nothing's happening, but so they take high, as I said, as I predicted. The Zen's still on low, pushing cart, which he shouldn't be doing. The Echo's on cart usually, because she can just fly up. If you have a D.Va, the D.Va's on cart, because she can just fly up. The person with the most mobility is on cart. On Gibraltar, for example, it's the Tracer. She's pushing cart. She's basically not in the fight. Depending on where the enemies are, she can fight. Depending if she's getting full style, she needs to fight and stuff like that. But Zen should be high, Echo should be cart. And then you guys have free sightline at the moment. You have 2 shields. They have no shield. They have maybe bubbles. You can spam them out as much as they can spam you out at the moment, which you are doing, which is going pretty good. And I think you get a pick on someone in a second. Like, you're playing it correct if, like, depending, obviously the side ground should not be taken by them, but other than that, you're playing it well, because you do not need to contest cart. You need to build up ultimates. You need to spam them out, let them waste resources. You need to get picks, which you do. You get 1 pick. A big one as well. Now you need to consider, are they going to invest into this? If they invest what we're doing, if they push the cart too far, who drops? All those thoughts should be like either before the fight starts and before the map starts, like before you even start defending. You can go like, what if we lose point Do we stay that comp? Who drops onto cart to contest it? Because it is a payload map. You need to contest cart at one point. You basically don't even need to contest cart from this way all the way to this. Here it should be contested. Then your Risa drops down. No one else. Your Risa drops down, the rest stay. So far, so good. You got a pig. You force out monkey ult, then you'll get booped down. Or like halfway. Yeah, booped down. You get another pick. So you're up 2. There's a monkey annoying in the backline, doesn't really matter. You're very split. So your plan is definitely to group up again. Because like you could be taking angles, but at the moment you should be grouping up because they can spam you out. But your Sigma is, the Zen can kill you, the Saria can shoot you, the monkey can go on you, the Hanzo back here somewhere can be killed by them as well. You need to either get into cover, for example, stay jail, stay back here as Sigma. You can even go just back here and then rotate around here. You just need to get into a safer spot because of obviously the monkey booping you guys down. Which you also do, and I think you get another pick, I'm not sure. No, you do not get a pick. But then the weird thing happens. Nikki falls. Guy is on low ground. Faded is far away. Like, it's not good to drop onto low ground, Nikki.
I didn't want to drop. I fell off again.
You need to stop falling, man. It's not good to fall down.
I know.
You lose that fight because of Nikki falling, because of Fader getting picked off. You need to be in safe positions. You can be grouped up. It doesn't matter at this point. You can be grouped up. You can take different angles in safe positions. You can do one of those 2 things, but you can't do what you're doing. You can't drop into an enemy team as a spam comp. You can't let your Mercy die. You can't let Nikki die. Like, Guy was on low, Nikki was on the other side of low ground. He can't heal you up. Mercy is out of position, and your Widow has 0 sightlines onto anyone, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so she has sightlines on the Zen, but that's about it. So she should be getting the Zen, which would be another pick, which would be a 3v6. But it doesn't happen, and you all get just picked off. Your Hanzo falls down as well. Your Mercy gets picked off because of not being in safe position. Your Bap is in the middle of the enemy team, next to Azaria, next to Monkey. I get that you probably try to save the Sig and try to follow up on the target call of the Hanzo being low, but there's no point for you dropping down at the moment. You need to stay on high. You're very important, and if you would have been smarter, if that makes sense, you were here in the beginning when Nikki dropped down. You could have jumped up onto high and dropped down into here, and then you could have healed him from the other side if he survives it, which he kind of should, since he's Sigma. And they do not have a lot of spam. I think the Saria shouldn't. She's pretty high charge, but until they are in range to kill your Sigma, you could have been around here and healed him up. He would have survived. Instead, you drop into the enemy team and get killed by that because you had 0 cooldowns. Then Angen drops down from high, gets also killed. Your Sigma dies after that as well, and your Widow staggers herself. Like, your Sigma staggers himself in the beginning. He dies pretty quickly, but your Widow staggered themselves. Like, the horse already respawned when Widow died, and horse was like basically should have been the last one to die because of her dropping down. You're playing spam. You're just walking back from spawn. You're down 1 still. Why are you calling to recontest this? you need space to work with, and you do not have the space if you walk out these doors. You had a lot of ultimates, that's true, but you just simply don't have anywhere to engage from. And the cut also, I think, touches the point as soon as you walk out the door, so you just didn't have time for it. So, wrong call to recontest this. You just don't have the time, don't have the space to work with. So you should have just gone back. What angles can you take here? If you watch from the enemy perspective, kind of, what angles could you take?
It can be on the first corner, and we can be above by that doorway on the catwalk.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect positioning. Sig is up here with Mercy, and Hanzo, Orisa, Baptiste is on low ground, and Widow can be back here somewhere. Take different angles or try to take different angles. It's really hard to play spam, double shield, double snipe into this because the sightlines are... There's like one sightline, basically, if you look at this. There's like one sightline that you can shoot from both sides. So it's just not possible if they get past that point, which they do. So the call should have probably been not to recontest and get into position instead, because now you're just taking the same angle again, all of you. Just too great. Then you're just spamming them out, which is fine. You need to, like... You had a window of 10 seconds or longer to use an ultimate, and you didn't. You can pull Dragon, you can Valk as an engage, you can Bunga as an engage as soon as they peek. Like, the monkey wasted jump. He has bubble up and he's half HP in the middle of the open. Why are you not using a window? Why are you not using a Bunga? Like, you're waiting for them to engage onto you guys with also basically 6 ultimates. So you're just wasting time not doing anything, trying to spam them out while you've got the ultimates. The reason why you play slow is to build up ultimates and then use them, and then play slow again, spam them out, give them space. Yeah. Then you flux window while they had trans. I would have personally forced out trans with a different ultimate, because flux can kill 3 people, 4 people on the team if you get a good one with a pull, especially. But like, pull flux is one of the strongest ultimates in the game, in my opinion. And then you just like don't back off. If we've watched this back, okay? They are gaining space. The Zarya's up here, the Hans is up there here, the monkey is somewhere here, I think. They're gaining space while you're not backing off. And obviously they will run into you guys and try and use ultimates to kill you guys. You're just staying in a spot where you can't get lamped properly, where people don't have sight lines, where your snipers don't have sight lines, where your snipers can't work with anything. Your Baptiste is having a hard time positioning himself because you're playing in front of a corner. Like, here's a corner. You can play here instead, and then back off onto the second corner. But instead you're playing in front of it, which is wrong. The Graph Dragon is a strong combo. You can't survive against it if you don't window yourself and lamp really late. Like, Guy, if you time it correct, you can lamp it around a corner. It should survive, and then you can at the same time window it and heal through it, and you will survive if they are not antied. Or you just have a Zen or a beat that can also survive. Sometimes you need a lamp for it, but you all got anti-ed. You couldn't place a lamps anywhere else. It's just not. You played wrong because the snipers didn't have sight lines. You just let them walk onto you guys without any they didn't even need to dive you guys because of where you were positioned. They could have just walked onto you and spam you out, use ultimates, and win that fight. And then you swapped Cole, which is good because Brawl is a lot better. Then the call should have been, okay, we see the Echo right side. We should know that she is ultimate because she hasn't used it a single time in this game. Either you call the Echo, which is wrong in this case because you obviously need to contest cards. Just run at them. If they use Echo Dupe, you need to focus at Echo Dupe. If you all run onto point as a unit, then the Echo should also go onto point because she will probably use it on Ryan because Ryan just is a strong pick as an Echo. And then you can just burst it down and at the same time you're contesting cards. I would have I would have personally gone Moira instead of Baptiste. But I'm not sure if that would have helped. Monkey dives in with bubble, instantly serve bubbles. Monkey should have been the target. Monkey should have been melted down. But again, where's the rotation? You let them walk onto you guys again. Like, look at this, okay? You get out of spawn. You see, okay, those people on cars. Zen is far back. He can't be the target. We do not see the Echo yet. We will see her in a second. Like, we see her now. Okay, now. What's the target? Speed amp onto them. The Lucio and the Reaper should catch up. But again, you're not
me up because I spawned later than everyone else.
Shouldn't have been the case. Reaper can TP out and should have been fine, I guess. And the Lucio needs to be with the team because the payload is way too close. You need to speed boost amp onto the team, but instead you're just letting them dive you guys with ultimates that you don't have. They get a fat nade off and then you start panicking because payload is way too close and you're just like staying in one place. Like if we look at this, your BAP is backed off. Not in position really to heal anyone right now. Ooh, my master's connected. Sorry. Your Lucy is looking at an Echo. The rest of the team is kind of looking at the Nano Monkey. Everyone on the same target, the Monkey would have died. Then it gets messy. Your Reaper needs to back off. He's 1 HP. Your Ryan pins onto point. Your Diva, I think, helps you. And the Lucio as well. The Kree will die to that Kree. The Baptiste will die to that Kree. And the Reaper, I think, dies as well. You are like on 2 different targets or 3 different targets because you're panicking about point when you actually could have contested it way earlier. So Reaper and Kree are dead. Your Baptiste is about to die. Oh, okay. Okay.
We will never know.
I think you lost it, right? Because of...
Yeah, we lost.
You just... If you swap a comp, I know it's hard to understand that you need to swap mindsets. Before you play double sniper, you need to give your snipers the sight lines, you need to play slow, build up ultimate, same with double bubble, and then brawl is like completely else. Like something completely else. You need to speed boost onto them, be very aggressive. The Reaper pick is really strong and against what they are playing. When you melt down, you speed boost onto them. They do not have anything to get away with as soon as they use bubbles. Like you can just destroy them in such a quick time, and they will not be able to do anything. Instead, you just wait until they dive you, and then obviously you will die because they will have ultimates up that you don't have. Same with the fight before. You gave them such a good They had so much time planning out what they're gonna do, while you just stood at them staring and trying to shoot them, while you had ultimates up yourself. Any questions?
Think so.
Nope.
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Yeah. So do you think that kind of VOD helps you guys, or not really? Or should I change anything? Should I go slower?
The elaboration where you were going like, okay, this is bad, and then you gave a thorough well, you gave an explanation, but like sometimes like you forgot to do it. You said like, oh, you shouldn't do this, or this wasn't the right thing to do, or this was bad, and then you moved on.
You should just say something when I do stuff like that, because I sometimes like in my brain I'm like, yo, this is bad, because like I know why, but I forget that you might not know why I'm thinking that. So just to remind me of like, yo, why is that bad?
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
It's not like I'm your teacher. In my opinion, is the only one. In my opinion, like in my opinion, a coach is something that you that helps you to understand things easier. But if you're different opinions, you can still talk to me about it, because like everyone has different opinions on stuff, and sometimes I might be like stuck in one thought, even though a different one might be better. So you can always talk to me about things that you don't understand or think differently.
Yeah. True. Then I will speak up, but I thought like this time like I will just let you go.
Yeah.
I think the only thing for me is it would be I think